Okay, good day everyone. My name is Alvin Mayers and I'm back once again with another reaction video coming to you. Blessed be the name of God. Today I'm going to react to a video called 90-year-olds share best life advice for you from the Sprout YouTube channel. And so this guy, he goes around and he asks people questions about, great life advice from experienced people, from people who are experienced, and his channel, I guess, it has a lot of value in terms of life advice. So without any further ado, let's get into the video.
Knowing what you know today, what advice would you give to your younger self?
Should have spent more time with the children. I was always busy. My father was always busy. I never had a relationship with him.
Wow.
And I guess I followed in his footsteps.
I should have persevered more. Then God knows where I could have been.
What do you think that people in their 20s are missing?
Oh, I would say
Last year, we posted this video, which has over 600,000 views so far, but hundreds of comments on it are actually about this 90-year-old couple. This couple's words are something I think everybody needs to hear. So today, I am sharing an extended version of their best life advice with you. All right, let's get into it.
How old are you?
88.
90.
What does it feel like to be 88 and 90?
Well, we're happy we're still alive.
Yeah.
We're doing the best we can. We have a lot of friends who have passed and a lot of friends who are sick, and we're fine, so we're lucky. And we're lucky we're together, married 67 years. So we have a lovely family and lots to be thankful for. That's it.
I just read in the local paper that there's 2.25% of the people in Canada are over 85. Wow. So I'm 90, going to be 91 shortly. I think I'm in the 1%. That's a pretty good group to be in right now. If I'm doing well for my age, it's because I work at it. I go to the gym 5 days a week. Plus, I'm careful of my diet. If you do your proper diet and you're exercising, for me, that's what extends your life.
How long have you been doing that for?
I would say 30 years maybe.
30 years.
I have to tell you that I concentrate on balance because most seniors that we know have fallen down. That's the biggest problem they have. And if they fall down, they have very serious accidents, and it's been a big problem. That's the major problem. So that's what I do to try and prevent that. But now I make sure that I do it every day. Every day.
What are some things, if you could go back in time and tell your younger self to do more of, that you would recommend they do?
Something that my wife and I have initiated going back, I would say maybe 15 years ago. And as she told you, we're 67 years married. No matter if we do get in arguments, which happens at all times with all people, we try not to let it hang over till the next day. We have it set in our lives that we embrace each other every morning, no matter what happens. And it erases any problems that we might have had. It brings us back to a decent...
Let me just say this, man. In life, man, there are a lot of challenges, man. There are a lot of challenges, and it's good to get advice from the older people who have lived and who are wiser, and so in my young life, I am in my 20s, knocking on 30, and there are things that I wish I did differently, even if I am still young. Maybe I wish that I did better in high school. I did well enough in high school, but I did not do exceptionally well, while I was in high school. I went to college. Maybe I would have made certain decisions, different decisions while I was in college, and so, but my life is not over. There's hope. I'm still young. I can still become a millionaire. I can still do what God have placed me on this earth to do, So let's continue with this.
Level relationship. I think that's important.
I love that.
The most important decision you make in your life is your marriage and who you marry. That can make or break it, as we all know. It can be they can encourage you in whatever you're doing, discourage you. The best thing that I ever did was I met Joan, and it was the best decision I ever made. I was 23 and she was 20,
Wow.
so that was our
Young.
20s.
What do you think that people in their 20s are missing?
Well, I think that a lot of younger people are very self-centered and selfish. They're spoiled. By the time I was 30, I had 4 children, so I couldn't worry about going to restaurants, having fun. And we were busy. We were paying for schools and kids and doctors and things that were, more meaningful in life. I think the kids today they're all spoiled, very self-centered. That's what I think.
What could we do besides maybe, let's say, having 4 kids by 30? What could we do to be less self-centered?
Maybe try to be more community-minded, do some volunteer work, some social work, or just to be generous and give money to charity instead of your phones, your cars. I know it's hard for kids today, but it was hard in our day too. You can manage. People can manage. They just have to want to.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Okay.
If you're able to give advice, let's say based on your own life, your own experiences, on navigating your early years of adult life, your 20s, how can we do that to the best of our abilities?
It's very hard for kids today. Very, very. First of all, I say one thing, stay in school. Get an education. Get as much education as you can. Get a master's, get a PhD. Just make yourself valuable. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your life. That's the most important thing.
Amen.
And then, of course, find a profession that you like, something you enjoy doing. But make sure that you're the best that you can be. Like, don't fool around in school. Take it very seriously. That's something I wish I had done. And God knows where I could have been. Your life is precious. Life is short. And make good friends. Make true friends, okay? Real friends. Friends who will care about you and you care about. And that's very important. And then your life will be okay.
What is one thing that when you were younger, you put a lot of priority on, and as you got older, you realized wasn't that important?
Things. Even like clothes,
Material things.
Material thing, like now I have a house full of beautiful dishes and vases and things, and nobody even wants them. My kids don't want them. They have small houses. They can't. They don't have room for anything. And at the time it was important to have them, and clothes too. I mean, how much do you need? It's not that important. It's not that important to have the best of everything.
Probably the one thing that I regret was I got married early. I was working and I didn't spend much time with my children. Fortunately, I have a wife who's a terrific person, spent a lot of time with the children, who was so important.
Oh, you're getting stars.
You're worried about making a living and what you're going to do. And if you have a good companion, a wife, that relieves a lot of that problem so that you can concentrate. She can concentrate on the family. I can concentrate on earning money for the family.
One other thing, I think it's very important in life to have a good place to come home to. A nice, comfortable home, whether it's one room that's very comfortable with nice furniture and a comfortable bed, comfortable chair to sit in. It's very important at the end of the day that you have a good place to come home to. And it's more important than fancy clothes or fancy cars or restaurants or anything. Just to have a good place to come home to.
Yeah.
You have a lot of peace if you have a life like that.
Yeah. What is a big mistake that you've made or a big regret that you have that you learned a valuable lesson from?
That a big mistake I made is I should have stayed in school longer. Even with kids, like when I started to have kids, I was very hard to go to school, but I should have persevered more. That's what I should have done.
Okay.
I fooled around a lot. Like, you know what? I had a lot of time that I wasted, and I wish I had stayed in school longer.
If you could go back in time and you get to look at your 20, 25-year-old self, knowing what you know today, what advice would you give to your younger self?
The same thing. I would have stayed in school longer. I mean, even getting married was nice. Having a family was nice, but I could have really managed somehow to stay in school longer, to better myself, even though it would have been very hard for me because I have 4 children to look after. And I wish I would have done that.
What about yourself?
Should have spent more time with the children. I was always busy. My father was always busy. I never had a relationship with him.
Yeah.
And I guess it came by me naturally, and I followed in his footsteps.
Yeah. And the advice you would give to someone in their 20s and 25, between 20 and 25 right now?
Don't waste your time.
I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Hey, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Wow. Okay, that was great advice by these 90-year-olds. Man, in life, we have to be able to make good decisions and wise decisions. Sometimes some people doesn't live their life how they want to live life because life is short, but eternity is long, even longer. So I believe our decisions that we make in our life is important. So I thank you for looking at my video today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. May God bless you, and do have yourself a wonderful day. God bless.